Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to update your Ledger Nano S to the latest firmware, which is 1.6.0. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is connect your Ledger, right? And you'll enter your PIN. All right, and after you enter your PIN, you're going to be at the home screen. Then you'll want to launch your Ledger Live on your computer. Once you've launched your Ledger Live, you'll want to go over here to the manager. All right, and then you should see the Allow Ledger Manager message on your device, right? So as you'll notice down here on my screen, the last item is not yet checked yet. It says Allow Ledger Manager on your device. That means look at your device and see that it's asking you to allow this. So you'll hit the button above the check. Okay, so when you enter the manager and you look at the top here, it should tell you what version of firmware you're running, and then it should have this update firmware button. And we'll go through that. But if you don't see that button, then you'll know that you're still in the queue, right? They're saying they're rolling this out progressively. So even though there is a firmware update, you may not see this button. So I would just suggest if you're really hot to get this update, just log in at odd times that you normally wouldn't log in and just kind of wait until you get that button, basically. I'm going to move this over so you can see. All right, I want you to be able to see the update firmware button. So I'm going to hit that button. All right. And of course there you want to make sure that your 24-word recovery phrase is written down and handy if you need it. Remember, nothing that you do on this device can erase your wallets as long as you have that recovery phrase, right? Even if the device starts smoking, or breaks or whatever during this process, you can always get another device and restore using that recovery phrase. So don't freak out if things go wrong on this. Most likely they won't. They're just letting you know that it's a good idea to have it around. All right, so they want us to read all of this. And you'll just attest down here at the bottom that you have your recovery phrase by ticking this off here. Right. And now you're ready to continue. And it's letting you know that all of your apps will be uninstalled. Like I said, this is not a problem. All you have to do is reinstall them in the manager, and it's not going to erase any of your wallets. Right? You're not putting any of your cryptocurrency in jeopardy by removing the apps, right? You just need to put them back on when you're done. All right, and so it's downloading the update now. All right, you'll see processing on your device. All right. And then there's an indicator on your device that gives you that identifier. You'll just want to make sure that that matches what's showing on your screen. That's just another fail-safe. All right, so now we just want to hit the button that's above the check mark to confirm this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, and now it wants the PIN code again, right? It did kind of a reset, so I'll enter my PIN code. All right, and then after I enter the PIN code, it takes me back to the home screen there. All right, it says disconnect the USB cable from your device. Press the left button. Right. All right, so let's follow the instructions, right? Here's the connector. So I'm going to disconnect, right? Now I'm going to hold this button. This button is closest to the end, right? We'll hold that button down while we reconnect. All right, and then we get the bootloader screen. That's what we're expecting. Right? It says bootloader updating. And then we get back to the home screen. Okay, now it's in the process of updating the firmware. And there we go. Ah, okay. So the interface is slightly different now. Now the pin code, it's a little too bright for you guys to see. The pin code is kind of lit up for you now. All right. And now you're going to need to reinstall the apps. So I'm going to go ahead and re-enter my pin. I'll go ahead and close this. I'll enter my pin. All right. And then once I've entered my pin, see, I'm still in the Ledger Manager on my screen, right? So it wants me to allow Ledger Manager. So I'm just going to hit this button over the check. So maybe it wants me to hit both buttons. Let's find out. Yeah. All right. So the interface is a little bit different than it used to be, improved. And from what I understand, you can hold more apps on there. So let's go ahead and put Bitcoin back on there. Okay, so that was it. So I could put, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apps on here, which is pretty good, right? Now, if you're, if you've been using a Ledger Nano S for a while, it should be obvious to you that it will only hold a few apps. It doesn't hold that many apps. You may need 5 or 6 different cryptocurrencies that you want to manage on a ledger. So there's 2 options. You can buy another, you can install 3 of them on one ledger, buy another ledger, and install the other few that you need, if you need like 6 or 7. Or you can just shuffle them on and off as needed. So when you need to look at one cryptocurrency and there's not enough room, you'll uninstall, like say, the Ethereum app and then install Litecoin or whatever it is. And that process gets to be a little frustrating after a while. So my recommendation, if you are managing multiple cryptocurrencies and you're running into this issue of the Ledger Nano S not holding enough apps for you at any given time, I would recommend that you upgrade to the Ledger Nano X. The Ledger Nano X can hold quite a few. I've put like 20 or 30 on the Ledger Nano X. So that would be my recommendation. And now's a good time because the Black Friday sale is on. So it's like 30% off normal price. So if you are a serious cryptocurrency holder and you're running into this issue on your ledgers, your Ledger S's, I would recommend upgrading to Ledger X. It's the best way to go. All right. And so there you go. So if you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments. I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, I have a live stream every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live Q&A from Michigan. Throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered right there on the fly. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.